This is Full Time Devils. This is tomorrow's transfer news. Today, we do this every single night at 11 PM. You can catch us here on weekdays. I'm just going to press this here and open up the comments. We do this every single night at 11 PM. Not at 11 PM tonight, it's actually 11:15. Oh, it's not bad actually, 15 minutes late. We were having technical issues. The technical issue being that I was asleep. Sorry. I fell asleep at like 9 o'clock and just didn't wake up. Sorry. Anyway, guys, we're on. So let's talk about tomorrow's transfer news today, shall we? Since I'm here, let's do it. Right. Obviously, the big name that's linked to Man United at the minute, one that seems like it's in touching distance of being confirmed. But if you'll remember, I said that exact same thing about a lad called Antoine Griezmann not too long ago. Then the day later, he signed a new contract. So, well, it was supposed that he'd stay anyway. So, don't trust my word for this. But it does look like one, based on reports, that Alvaro Morata is a player that could be coming to Manchester United very, very soon. And the latest on him is from The Independent. And they basically quoted what his agent has said. And his agent has said Manchester United's an interesting option. And it has also said that an important proposal is in place. That suggests that he's already found a club. If you were taking some suggestions over which club that was, I guess based on reports, you'd say it would be Man United, wouldn't you? Just reading some comments then. Habib says, has Griezmann signed yet? He actually is still coming, Man United. My inside information suggests that. I don't know what I'm talking about. What are some more people saying? Shane says Morata doesn't excite me. Was it 15 goals he scored in La Liga last year? To be honest, I think we have to see how these players perform in the Premier League as well. It's a difficult league to go to, isn't it? Someone said there, sorry, I missed the name there. Someone said, why don't you go for Sanchez? I don't really think that that's anything that will be possible. I don't think Arsenal would sell to us unless it was a ridiculous price. Unless you're talking about another Sanchez. I imagine there are many in the world of football. Right, moving on then. Let's talk about... we're still sticking on Morata, actually. And when I said it's one that's nearly wrapped up, these are the types of things that could get in the way of it. According to the Metro, who are quoting sources in Spain, they're saying that United have agreed terms with the forward, but have yet to make the bid to Real Madrid that they would accept. And they're saying that Chelsea are ready to swoop in for him. So this is the only way that this one is going to fall through, isn't it? If another club comes in for it. So 75 million euros is what Chelsea are apparently putting in, according to the Metro. I'm not really having that. I think Chelsea will probably end up with Lukaku. We won't get Lukaku. Connor says, what about James? Yeah, that one's gone a little bit quiet, hasn't it, mate? No idea what's going on with him. He seemed like he'd be a player that would cost an awful lot of money, so he would probably be our marquee signing, really, of the summer. So we have space, really, to make another one, unless, I guess, Morata will probably end up spending a lot more money than Morata's actually worth. Ishpal says, love the shirt, honey. Thank you very much, Ishpal. Right, some more reports then. This is on Perisic, another player that Man United have been linked to massively. This is what the Manchester Evening News are quoting sources in Italy, saying that he's told the Inter Milan manager that he wants to join Man United this summer. Like I say, these transfers, it seems like the stuff we could get wrapped up instantly if we really wanted. It seems like we're faffing over the finer details, and I just hope that doesn't get in the way of any of them, and I hope that we do have the agreements in place behind closed doors and the press are just second guessing, because that's how I like it. I like United to be shut down and the press all second guessing, because that was what it was like under Ferguson and before Moyes, and then Moyes took over and everything seemed to be out in the open. Then it was a public embarrassment, like when we didn't get players, because it was so public that we were in for players like Fabregas and Bale. I think we were in for as well. That it just became embarrassing when we obviously didn't eventually get them. Right, what Ryan says, announced guide time. That's one that's not come about yet, has it? It's I'm expecting it to very, very soon. Let's get another couple more. Mossin says, forget Morata, and then I think, did you say to go on and get Isco then? They're two different players though, aren't they, really? So I think we need that goal scorer. So this is some quotes as well about a player going out, apparently. Januzaj, a player that, I tell you what, if someone asked me last week, does he still play for Man United, I'd have to think about it, because I didn't know what had gone on with him. But obviously he went out on loan, came back. Has been a disappointment, let's face it, since that excitement in the Sunderland game under the Moyes season. I remember some idiots in the pub who were far too drunk shouting the next bloody George Best. It was embarrassing. I was embarrassed. But yeah, they'd had a bit to drink. And I remember everyone being like quite hyped about him at that time, including me. And he's just not gone on to do it. And people will say, oh, he's had difficult managers, but I feel like if he was good enough, he'd be performing. And he went away to Dortmund, didn't he? Couldn't do it there. Yeah, I'm just reading some comments. Get some comments in about Januzaj. There is one there from, was it Zamil there? Sorry, Zamil, might be pronouncing your name wrong. Says, keep Januzaj. What for though, mate? He's getting to that age where he's going to want games, and he's not good enough now. I'm sure everyone can agree that he's not good enough now. I don't know, maybe some people will be saying that they do think he is good enough now. But I think, you know, he's not shown the potential in the last couple of years, especially. I'm just reading some of your comments. Yeah, Jamie says selfish player and lazy. Mate, it seems like he's got that really bad mix of selfish, yet not actually that good. You know what I mean? Like, you know, Nani was one of those players. Like, Nani was excellent that one game, and then he'd have 10 bad games. And then 10 bad games, that's what he was like. He was sort of like the way Januzaj plays. Craig says Januzaj hasn't worked hard enough. Well, if there are now 3 managers saying it, then, well, 2 managers saying it probably, but... Shaquille says, nice beard, Gaz. This is my wake-up beard. I've literally just woken up. I was just on the couch then, and producer Chris was ringing me. Just like, what's going on? Oh, God, I'm supposed to be doing that thing, aren't I? It's not like me, that at all. Samai says, Fellaini to Milan. Is that one gone away? I've not heard about that one in a while. Admittedly, that might be because I sleep through the day, but I've not heard about that one in a while. That was big in January, wasn't it? And then I don't know whether it's come back this summer, but I feel like Fellaini's going to be kept no matter what. I really do think that. I mean, people like me and many United fans maybe have to admit that he does have a place in the squad. I'm not saying that he should be playing all the time, like as much as he has done, but I think that he evidently has a place and we can utilise him in parts. But I also agree that he's not a very good footballer. So, he's just a big bugger, is what he is. Harrison said Fellaini to Fenerbahce. Zakir says, sell Smalling. Oh, Chris Smalling, mate, is a player that I feel like, oh, mate, it's a love-hate relationship, me, with Chris Smalling. Earlier on, when he came to Man United, obviously wasn't a massive fan. He was doing the job in parts, but he didn't show anything to be world-class. He didn't show as much as Phil Jones did at the start of his Man United career, shall I say. And Phil Jones, obviously, we all know how that's gone on to go. But Chris Smalling, and then when he got sent off against City, was that Van Gaal's first season? I think that was Van Gaal's first season. I was like, that's it, get him gone, get him out the club. And then somehow from that, he became like a godlike player for like 10 months, 8 months maybe. And now he's returned to old. I don't know. I feel like he actually was replaced with Mike Smalling. And that is where it's come from, because I don't know what's going on. He seems like he's lost everything. Same with Phil Jones, of course, as well. United says, someone's just commented saying Joey Barton. Right, okay. I tell you who should have used Joey Barton, though. England. I tell you that. England. I'm not a massive England fan, but they should have used Joey Barton. He would have done stuff for them. He would have done bits. Banner Lewis says, Marshall for our number 9. Mate, I can't even begin to express how frustrated I've been with Marshall this season. I think this lad is like world class. Oh, I think he's going to be world class. I genuinely think, I've never seen a player that I've been so sure is going to be world class. He shows all the natural abilities he shows, and he shows he can do stuff, you know, stuff that you can develop, and I genuinely think he's got everything. Whether you play him left wing or up front, I think he's brilliant no matter where. And he has that thing where he can have a poor game and then just have one little spark, and I think he's done it last season, but he's not finished a chance at the end. And I feel like playing more this season, don't be dropping him left, right and centre. I feel like he'll be brilliant, genuinely. And I just hope that no rumours come about of him going. I very much doubt that'll happen this summer, but if he has an on-off season again, I think he'll definitely go next summer and be brilliant for someone. I think he's class. Always back Marshall, always will. I want to see if people are agreeing with me. What's who's saying, Gaz, you're wrong. Kobe says, if De Gea goes, who will replace him? Right, I'll get this last one in then before I shoot off. If De Gea goes, who will replace him? I think, and make controversial opinion slightly maybe, I think that Romero would be an okay number one going forward. However, I think we also need that world-class centre-half in front of him. I really think we need that, because it's too shaky at the back, and De Gea saved us so many times. Although I don't think he was fantastic last season. I don't think he had an amazing season, but he saved us so many times in the past. And I think that Romero, with a trusted world-class centre-half, someone like maybe Rafael Varane, so there could be a switch over there potentially. It was a bit partridge, wasn't it? But yeah, we'll see. Anyway, guys, nice one for joining us. We'll be back every weekday at 11 PM. I promise I'll set my alarm next time. I'm sorry for keeping you waiting. Thank you to producer Chris for keeping you all entertained as well while I was late. Thank you. Bye-bye.